Have you ever wondered how detailing takes place when drawing human portrait? Well, today I'm going to show you how to do it using colored pencils. So this is the picture that you are going to draw, and the process is quite simple depending on your level of understanding. Achieving realism requires a number of factors collected together. So in this video, I'm going to share some tips which is going to highlight the steps that you're supposed to take when drawing colored pencil. Don't worry, with the power of consistency and commitment, you are going to make it. Just step by step, follow all this. So after getting the right paper, which is the ivory board, it has a very soft texture. It makes it good for the pencil to slide in so well. So when detailing, for example, the eye, you have to take care of the shadows and the reflections of the eye, and make sure your pencil is very sharp when you are drawing using the colored pencils. Then you have to understand layering when drawing with colored pencils. It's very important to achieve the required texture or the effect, understanding the effect of light and shadow in a drawing, and also the depth of which the skin tone or the level, and achieving the right color for your skin tone. So understanding the layering process, it can be quite hectic sometimes, but you have to understand the process, simple step-by-step process. So the first, you start by the light shading or sketching. So the light shade techniques are majorly there to avoid smudging or indenting the paper, which can be very interruptive and will destroy the paper, and it will discourage you from drawing again. So the light shadings, you have to have the shading techniques in mind, which is the shading techniques are hatching, cross-hatching, and scribbling. So when you have them in mind, it will just keep you focused, and as you try your best to achieve the best texture that you want for your portrait, and as it looks on your reference drawing, you are going to achieve it with the right colors. So step by step, the light shadings and the taking care of the shading techniques. You have to keep in mind the type of colors that you have in order to achieve the type of skin tone that you want. Maybe they are the shades of brown, or you can also use the primary colors to achieve. For example, if you have red and yellow, you can also try to achieve it. And you have black and white, you will know how to make it best so that it comes out as you expect. Always maintain the sharpness of the pencil for fine lines. Yeah, for all other pencils, but it depends. Sometimes it changes, especially when you are using the colorless blender or the blending pencil. This is just for precise blending, which will make everything go smooth and the skin tone will come out as you expect. As you hear, I'm using a colorless blend. It's not a colorless blend actually, but it's a blending pencil which has a hard core. It makes it easy for me to blend it out. When shading, take control of the pressure that you apply on the paper. This is it's a comparison when creating crisp lines or the soft edges. So the pressure is very important. It depends on which type of the depth of the skin tone that you are trying to achieve, and it also gives you the control of the amount of shading that you will leave for the dark areas, or the one that you will leave for the light areas. That will make your work easier and achieve your realism so well. Texture is one of the elements of art, and when you are drawing, taking care of the texture, of the textural details is very important. In here we are drawing the human skin, so you have the reference, you have the photo, or wherever you are referring the photo from, you take care of the texture. The texture is from different sides of the face. Maybe you have the section where you have the hair or just the skin tone, and also there are technical or the small details on the skin tone. For example, you can have pores, maybe you can have a sweat or anything that is on the skin. So in order to achieve such realism, you have to keep in mind how you can achieve the textural details by taking care of or keeping in mind the light and shadow effect on the picture. So what I have mentioned earlier on achieving realism, and the shading techniques, controlling pressure, shape of the pencil, using colorless blend, they are all the major factors considered when producing or achieving the texture that you want. And texture is very important. It will make it real as you wish. Maybe the picture that you draw has a different kind of texture, and there is only one way to master how to draw different textures. It's the power of consistency and commitment, and make sure you have passion. You have to be passionate with this. When you feel in love or you are passionate in achieving, there is no way you can't achieve it. So the skin texture is one of the technical things or the technical tips that you have to really master. Yeah, there are maybe other tutorials. Maybe you learn how to create pores, to create wrinkles on the skin texture, and you have the subtle details or the subtle gradients. Yeah, so when the effect of light goes from light to dark, that's all the master is to produce a color, a realism. And when using color, make sure you study the color theory very deeply and practice them. Brown color is the key when you draw human portrait. It doesn't matter if it's a black face or a white face. You need the shades of brown. Yeah, and that's it. Also, you need orange, you need black, you need white, you need some pinky so that you can shade on the gums. Yeah, so that's it. Also master drawing the hair. There are different types of hair. There are the soft hair, and we also have we call it hard hair, I don't know. Yeah, the African hair. Yeah, we know all that. And you will discover them when you start drawing them. You have many references, millions of references. So when layering hair, you start by just this light shading. Yeah, so that you can get the baseline. This is all about layering. You get the baseline, and then you start adding the other small details on it, depending on the level of light and shadow that reflects on the hairline. It has to have the light and shadow for it to look real. It can't be all black or all white. Realism is all about understanding the light and shadow. As you can see here, just take a look. Yeah, sometimes back I drew this. Yeah, so it's a timeless process, but somehow you can learn a thing or two. Then after doing the whole using the colored pencil, after layering using the colored pencil and achieving the light, if you feel that the amount of darkness is not enough, you can add a layer with a ball pen, which can make it look more attractive and more vibrant. Then also the cloth. This is just a simple cloth. The very minute details that you need to add depending on how your portrait looks like. Anyway, you have to master not only the skin tone but also the other details, like maybe you can try practicing using fur or a cloth texture. Yeah, it will make it easier for you to master how to draw a cloth or anything else that you want to achieve in realism. Yeah, so we also have the blending and refining for a polished look. For all this polished look, you need the blending tools for detailed areas. For example, the blending tools are brushes, blending stamps, solvents like alcohol. Yeah, they are very good. And for this specifically colored pencil, you may use the solvent alcohol or the blending stamps or the colorless pencil or the pencil with the hardcore, which is good for drawing. Then the background, I added layers of charcoal, yeah, to make it more vibrant. Not vibrant, but to make it pop out really well. Yeah, then you have to protect your artwork using a fixative. This will protect your detailed artwork from being destroyed. Okay, yeah, then summarizing, and the last thing is to avoid over blending and maintaining the sharpness in the details. Yeah, make sure you blend, not blend too much or too little, just blend it enough for the satisfaction of how the picture looks like. Yeah, and maintain the sharpness of the details. So this is the final artwork. What are your comments? How do you see this is the final one? All the steps that have been entailing the details for you, I have used it to produce this pencil artwork. So be sure if you follow all those steps, you can achieve your pencil portrait really well, and maintaining the quality and value of your skills. This is the final artwork. So what are your views? What are your comments? Yeah, so drop your comments in the comment section below. Your opinions, I'd like to hear them. So this is the reference picture and the artwork. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have learned one thing or two. Yeah, it's nice to meet you again after a while. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time.